A little history lesson with regards to J is for justice. Does a leopard really change its spots?
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is needed for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
Hey, it's me, TPE, and welcome to another video. So we're going to go back a few years here, because this is interesting, in my opinion. I think it speaks to patterns, and that sometimes people don't change. And did Jay ever really belong over on the dark side? You tell me. But let's watch a few clips first. We are going to start with a channel called Wendy V. She's really funny, and I'll put her link in the description for you. But here is the first video that we're going to watch. J is for Justice outs Molly Golightly is heading to Tennessee. So you'll see why this is important and interesting in just a few minutes.
Here is your update. Exciting things are going to be happening. So next week, and I don't have like a schedule or anything etched in stone. The only thing that is etched in stone is that my friends, the bullhorners from the laundry case, are heading to Rogersville, Tennessee.
Notice there she just referenced them as her friends, the bullhorners. Now, I'm sure a lot of listeners of this channel who were around during that time will definitely remember some of this crazy. And when Bullhorn Betty, JLR, Molly Golightly, Justin, and Olivia and her mother all went down to Tennessee with their bullhorns to cause some problems. Well, Jay was going to stay back behind and I guess advertise, help promote, and of course get views on her channel, apparently. Anyway, let's let her tell you. And then we're going to hear from Molly. And then coming up, we're going to see some leaked text messages, if you will. And they're about victims. We're here for patterns, folks.
And we are going to be getting some exclusive coverage here on J's for Justice. And we're going to be doing like some live streaming again. So that's going to be next week. We are prepping for that. It's going to be a big deal. So they're going with bullhorns in hand to the wells. I think that they're going to tell them they're coming. But it's going to be laundry style bullhorning out there for summer. And I have warned them over and over and over to be safe.
I don't know, call me crazy, but shouldn't people have been warned against them because they're crazy? Because they were on their way to cause havoc? Yeah.
No, they're not going to do anything stupid. Like, they're going to contact Ellie and let them know they're coming. They're going to go searching. They're not just going to be at the house. They're going to go try to talk to people. I know, Terry. They're going to go to the church. They're going to talk to whoever they can. We're collabing and we're getting all our information together. No, Christy, I wouldn't either. They were like, do you want to go up? I was like, I'm good. Who is going on this search you're talking about? Okay. So my friend Jonathan and my friend Andra were in front of the laundry's house. If you follow the laundry case, they were the protesters there. They are out for victims. They are out for the truth. They're out for justice for the victims. And they became aware of Summers' case, and they're heading to Tennessee to try to get some answers.
Wait for it.
If you want to donate to the fund for them to go out to Summer Wells, that is the Cash App. Every cent is appreciated. They are driving, they're carpooling, so it's going to be about $700, I think she said. Total. No, not YouTube tomorrow. They're going out there next week. It won't be till next week. Oh, I think Molly might be going out to Tennessee too. FYI.
So now we've got MGL up next, and she is claiming that she didn't know she was outed that they were going to Tennessee. Shall see. Let me know what you think about this coordinated effort for tragedy pimping and inserting oneself into a missing child's case and wreaking havoc on multiple families, neighborhoods, churches, job sites.
You would go to that church, and what would you do? J4 Justice just said you were going to Tennessee too. I am?
You better pack your bag.
And in case you couldn't tell, that was Voices, who just said, you better pack your bag. And so she's up on panel with Molly. I'm not sure who the other person is. But anyway, this is back before Voices turned and realized she was not into tragedy pimping and tragedy pimp vacations. So yes, that is her. And yes, this is before she realized she wasn't down with it, I guess.
You better pack your bag.
It's true, I'm going.
You are?
Yeah, no.
Good for you.
No. I can't believe J for Justice blasted it, but yes, I'm going with them. Well, and maybe. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm going. The first time I went, something happened, it worked. The second time I went, something happened. I don't think anything is gonna happen this time, but you wanna know something? Maybe something will happen and maybe something will work.
You're on there to go stand out there. You're going to be with the same group of people that you've been with.
When the press has already been, the press knows and so does the police, yes.
Yep. So it's
Did
not like...
I tell J for Justice? I don't even have her number, but Jonathan's going. Jonathan probably told her and didn't realize that I didn't want anybody to know that I'm going down there. I'm going there to be a voice. And I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going up to the house.
Well, that clearly didn't happen. Yeah, I do remember climbing a hill, the driveway. Somebody even took a pee on someone's property. I remember filming a child in a church. I remember a job site, and I remember MGL screaming, "I'm sorry your baby's dead," to the mother of a still missing child. So yeah.
I'm not going up to the house. I'm not there for confrontation. I honestly want to say, the only thing I really want to say is, were the children left unattended? Is it possible that this was a huge accident? Like, we need to end this. And that's really all I have to say. Yeah, I'm going. I am going. I'm part of that team. Andra, Jonathan, and Olivia are part of something that we started together. And I want this to end. And I hope that maybe we can make a difference somehow. All right. J for Justice did not say my name. J for Justice did not say my name, apparently, according to, oh wait, she just said this at the very end. Oh God. I don't know. It's over, it's done with, it's out of the bag. I go way back with Jay. I don't know. I don't think you guys know that. I probably know Jay longer than you.
Dude. Oh, Gritty Gabby missed the news, Marissa.
Gritty Gabby. People are donating money to help me with my trip. I'm leaving. J for Justice let out a secret that we're going to Ben Hill Road.
But see, if you had kept it a secret, how would you have gotten all those donations for your trip? That's what I'm not getting. And that's why I'm thinking it's a coordinated effort. But who knows? Who knows with these people? All right, there's a little bit left on this, and then we're going to be getting into the leaked text messages. They're pretty bad. Trigger warning.
And we're protesting. The police have been aware, and so have the I didn't do it press. Oh God, I don't know why J for Justice would tell people. Do you know what I mean? Like, why? I mean, she's kind of puts herself and us in danger.
All right, so I found these texts on a channel called Shmita, and go check them out. The link will be in the description. So their description says that Jay makes nasty comments towards Shanann Watts after her murder. Jay also makes inappropriate comments towards 4-year-old murder victim Bella Watts by saying she also looks like a boy, and on and on. You guys can pause and read the rest of that. Now, I really hesitated putting these out because it's awful, but it does show a pattern of tragedy pimping, of bashing victims, and the fact that Jay just spent many, many days going over Lauren's streams for, I think the purpose of because she bashed victims apparently behind the scenes. Not only that, but the stalking and things of that nature. When she's out here supporting and doing this seems a little hypocritical to me. Now, things can change, people can change. But if anyone has been staying caught up on these YouTube streets, you probably already know that Jay used a troll account and got caught and said some pretty nasty things regarding Sebastian Rogers and his mother. And those were in Elevated Truths chat. I'm not going to repeat what was said, but it's disturbing. And I'm sure you can find it if you're looking. And if she cared at all about victims, why would she do that? And do it under a fake name at that. Interesting, disturbing, and gross. Especially after we watched her cozy up to Chris Proudfoot. And this pattern of behavior is the type of thing that we normally would call out. Have been calling out for years now. So that's kind of why I was asking, did Jay ever really fit in with the dark side? And I do believe people can change. But she's still out here speaking on victims, so has she really changed? I don't know. I was hopeful that she had. Clearly, she hasn't. And this has clearly been going on for years. And there's plenty more where this came from. A lot of people remember a lot of things. It's one thing to mess up, admit you're wrong, and then go about doing better. And it's a whole nother to hide your F shit for a little while and then go back to doing it. Or maybe you never stopped at all. Here are the receipts. I'm going to read them to you. I'm also going to put a trigger warning in here. There is mention of narcotics. There is, of course, mention of murder victims and speaking ill of them. So, trigger warning. So Jay says, no one finds this disturbing in any way. Someone else says, it's like she's on speed. And then Jay says, or coke. Sorry, important to mention, we obviously don't have the full context here, and I think that's important to remember. I do believe the point of this is that Jay is speaking on Shanann Watts, a person who was brutally murdered, along with her children. So that's the important part. And perhaps the rest of the context was taken out to avoid doxing people. I honestly don't know. Or just to show specifically the nasty things that she said about Shanann and her kids. Again, I will link the original video for you in the description so that you can go check it out for yourself and even ask questions. So Jay says, that car is worth more than Nicole's trailer home. Then Jay says, talking to a person, upbeat, she's hyper, and her mannerisms scream speed. Jay says, Bella is kind of odd, like she follows what her sister does a lot. Usually, it's the other way around. I think she was slightly autistic or something. Jay, laugh out loud, comma eyebrows. A coke addict called, they want their glazed eyes back. Jay says, they just couldn't keep the service private, could they? And Lavelle paid for the funeral, so where's all those hundreds of thousands going? I hope they don't have their logo on her headstone or something equally as nuts. Wow, she's so high. She must have used pot for pain management. More than thrive. I think she's on drugs. She is high. Stoned. She has fake tits. They do look like boys. Well, Bella does. I knew Pop Pop was shady AF. Functioning alcoholic. Thank goodness the brats are at school. I'm busy online. You sure are. She was a skank. I think mental health issues run on her side. Then Jay says, poor Chris. He was subjected to this 24/7. Oh, sorry. He was subjected to this shit 24/7. Munchausen. She was emotionally abusive to him, Cindy Watts, the kids. Her makeup looks like a French whore. Tacky. Her teeth are fucked. Fucked. Hashtag underbite. Won't all these people shit a brick when they find out she killed the girls? Wow. Well, that was not an easy read, and I'm sure not an easy listen for you. Again, it is important to remember that we don't have the full context. However, I do think most of what was said was pretty self-explanatory, especially if you've followed the Watts case even just a little bit. Now, some people may think it's completely normal and okay to have private conversations just like that, especially if you're into true crime and you follow true crime. We people have opinions. However, if you're going to be calling someone else out for the way they speak about victims behind the scenes, and then you're going to do this, and even more recently, go under a troll account and say some pretty horrible, outlandish claims about a victim and their mother, who's also a victim, who you recently cozied up to as well. And I know, some people are going to say, oh, but she was just asking a question. No, you were putting it out there into the universe with an active, ongoing case that isn't solved right now, where people are being blamed for things, horrible things, left and right. And for what? Games in the name of murdered and missing people and their loved ones who are suffering. I personally have a problem with it. I don't agree with it. I think it's gross. Whether it's in private or not, it's pretty disturbing. These people aren't here to defend themselves. Then again, I know crazy things go on in private conversations. So those messages look like they come from Facebook. I'm not sure if it's a private conversation in a group chat. I honestly don't know. And I normally don't believe in putting out private messages. But this, well, it was already out here and I just happened to come across it. So I figured I'd share. I wasn't sure if I should put those out at all. In fact, I'm still struggling as I record this, if I should put it out or not. It's not a good feeling. It's icky. I don't like it. But I also think that people have a right to know who they're supporting and what those people do and say, and if they're being legit and real when they're here on YouTube right in front of your face doing a live stream. Are they that same person behind the scenes? But yeah, I struggled with this one for sure. It's really the first time I've done something like this, and it's not easy. Well, for me anyway. I'm a little bit of a wimpy. And the other thing I thought about too is that this case is solved and it's closed. And in other cases that we cover, they're not solved, they're not closed. People are being blamed left and right. And I think it's just a little bit different when it's a closed case, in my opinion. So there's the history lesson, just a few things that I found. I have no doubt that more will come out. Not necessarily for me, I'm not saying that. Just a feeling I have. Anyway, thanks for being here all. It was definitely a little bit of a heavier type of ending. Please check the description for links to the 2 channels that I'm going to put in there for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if you were considering donating to this channel today, I would much rather you make a donation to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and their link is also in my description. Have a great day. Toodles!